Hey guys, क्या BS है? This is Indian Guy Talks BS and welcome to the first video of my segment क्या scene है. Now in this segment I'm going to be looking at clubs, certain institutions and I'm going to be looking at why certain things are happening. The idea is to give you guys context to dissect the state of these clubs and essentially get into the nitty gritty of the workings of these clubs and bring some light to certain things जो बहुत easily निकल जाती हैं and stories में नहीं आती, news में नहीं आती. In today's segment, I'm going to be looking at FC Barcelona. Yes, a club that is being talked a lot right now, especially with how things are. The new president coming in, Messi, trying to buzz off, if I could say that. But yes, so I honestly felt like थोड़ा empowered लगा because यार मेरे काफ़ी सारे बार्सिलोना दोस्त हैं, so I felt empowered to make this video. थोड़ा था किसी के लिए नहीं तो उन्हीं के लिए बना देता हूँ. So shout out to my Barcelona friends watching this right now. This is for you guys, and of course any other Barcelona fan tuning in, this is the video guys, because I'm really going to dissect, I'm going to go into the happenings of this club, and for the ease of the argument I've divided into 3 parts. Yes, the first part being the board, the previous board, Bartomeu के जाने से all the executives, as you'd imagine, वो भी निकले होंगे. So and Laporta के आने से all the the confident, the close confidence of Laporta, जो आए होंगे, किस verticals में आए हैं. We'll be looking at that, and we'll also be looking at a key cog in all these businesses, money. And if I'm being very real with you guys, straight up guys, Barcelona are fucked, like for real, like they're fucked. And this is a club that is in extreme, like even for me to say extreme right now is a huge understatement. मतलब तुम लोग समझ रहे हो, like in Jan, their ex-CEO, who was an interim CEO then, Carlos Tusquets, came out with a report which essentially said that the club owed 1.173 billion in liabilities. I mean, can you imagine that? 1.173 billion, guys. I mean, I knew that it was around 7 to 800, 900 million, but how they keep having audits from time to time, so it's risen to 1.173 billion, guys, and that's bad. Like, that's honestly bad, and a lot of it is of course down to the fuck ups and the mismanagement that Bartomeu's board and of course Bartomeu did. And यार सच बताओ तो यार बुरा लगता है, like Bartomeu really fucked things up, man. Like मावे नहीं कर दिया यार, it's bad. So anyways, so without wasting much time, the first part being like I said, the board. In the second part, I'll be looking at the squad, the manager, and the soon-to-be new manager. I mean, that's actually going to happen. Maybe. I mean, I'm calling it because honestly, I don't think Koeman has. I don't think he has the pedigree to manage the club size of FC Barcelona. Honestly, that's me. That's my opinion. But yes, in the third and final part, I'll be looking at the future of FC Barcelona, and of course, how is any conversation about FC Barcelona without Lionel Messi? So I'm going to be talking about Messi as well. Kya scene? And as I record this, थोड़े time पहले news आई that Lionel Messi has sought out technical permissions to not be involved in the last game, and fairs to him, man. Copa America aa raha hai, usko jana hai, he's going to spend time with his family, and Eibar is a dead game, like these people throw the league away anyway at Celta Vigo, so it's a two horse race now. It's not Barcelona anymore. So yes, let's get into the video, guys. Yes guys, coming to the part 1 now, the board. यार काफ़ी सारे लोग गए हैं, काफ़ी सारे लोग आए, as you'd expect. Like लापोर्टा के लोग आएंगे, बार्टोमेउ के लोग तो जाएंगे. So in key areas, we're seeing a lot of wholesale changes happen at Barcelona. So Bartomeu's right hand, Jaume Masferrer, has been fired. Director of sports, not football, Albert Soler, has been fired. Head of legal services, Roman Gomez Ponti, has been fired. So and also Oscar Grau, the club's CEO, has been fired. This happened in April 20th. And also it's important for you guys to know that Bartomeu, Gomez Ponti and Grau were all arrested and questioned in the financial irregularities that they've done, जिसका पूरा case चल रहा है in the Catalan police, with the Catalan police, and it's still going on. Ferran Reviter, previously who ran a media outlet in Spain on electronics के ऊपर, he's come in as the chief executive officer, as the CEO, and then we've got Alex Barbani, who's joined in a newly created position, guys. This is a newly created position. It's the chief revenue officer. So clearly पैसे की दिक्कत तो है ही. नया आदमी डाल दिया, मतलब रेवेन्यू जो भी पैसा आ रहा है उसको जांचने के लिए, परखने के लिए, स्ट्रेटेजाइज करने के लिए. I mean, it's a good move. It's in theory, it's a good move. Let's see how that pans out. This is where it gets tricky for Barcelona fans, and they want players to come in, rebuild करना है, दुनिया भर की फलाना ढिमाका के players लेके आने हैं. But यार देखो यार, मतलब look at how grim the situation is as of right now for Barcelona. And like I mentioned, 1.173 billion, which is in liabilities. उसमें से a significant portion of 480 million euros is being owed to the bank. So bank को लौटाने हैं वो पैसे. And it's important for you guys to note that उसमें से 266 million is due in 2021 season, and it needs to be immediately refinanced. इसका मतलब ये है that they need to find other ways to repay them. इधर से पैसा लिया, उधर गोलमाल है भाई, सब गोलमाल. And then debts owed to other clubs. Now this has risen from 261 million to around 323 million, around 60 million का rise, guys. And इसका आधा is payable at this the current fiscal years end. So clearly, they need immediate cash flow to come in. And so what is Laporta doing to fix that? And honestly, some good steps taken, but you'll soon find out that it's just, trying to पट्टी लगाते हैं ना वो cracks को cover करने पे. It's just that, पता चलेगा. So an agreement was formed with, a group of creditors for around, to refinance roughly 200 million. Which is essentially to fix जो बार्टोमेउ बोर्ड ने जो 2019-20 के सीज़न में जितनी भी बकचोदी फैलाई है, जो भी साइनिंग्स करी है, तो उसको फिक्स करने के लिए अराउंड 200 मिलियन का पैसा इकट्ठा किया है लापोर्टा ने. And then there is also 145 million credit line which has been extended to another year. जो स्पेनिश गवर्नमेंट ने दी है सब बिजनेसेस को कोविड की वजह से. So that's been extended, 145 million की credit line. So that all that shit can be used, to pay off certain immediate payments, And also, guys, something that has been widely reported is that 500 million has been secured by Goldman & Sachs, and that's a US-based investment firm. And जिसमें से 100 million will be put to immediate use, to जो भी payments जो भी players को रह गए हैं वो लौटाने के लिए. So dire straits, guys, dire straits. And also, guys, Goldman & Sachs will also be funding their Nou Camp redevelopment का जो Espai project है, which essentially came to a halt because of all the bakchodi that happened with Bartomeu and all the BS that happened, financial irregularities. And this is a big project, guys. We're talking about 600 million plus that is being assured by Goldman & Sachs, and it's great because Laporta is definitely making moves to perhaps find certain simple, I wouldn't say simple, but immediate fixes to the जो भी दरारें जो निकली हैं. So that was the money side of the thing, guys. We're going to be moving on to the part 2, which is where I'm going to dissect the squad and of course the incoming, maybe the managerial changes that can or may happen at FC Barcelona. So Koeman is currently in limbo, and थोड़े दिन पहले he had a very long meeting, possibly an hour. It was publicly televised meeting with Laporta at a cafe type, Spain में जैसे ये लोग जाके बैठते where they talk, these brunches that they have, these executives. So he didn't really come out the meeting looking confident, instead he was looking very, I would say, he looked a bit disrupted. He looked a bit jaded. He looked like a man who was in limbo. He looked like a man who was not being given commitment for the future. And a small word on Koeman, guys. I really want to know, do Barcelona fans really think that Koeman has brought in any or even the slightest of stabilities at the club? Somewhere, maybe. But as a neutral, as a rival fan who's always envied Barcelona and the project that they have, and the absolute dominance with these people the club has done in the past decade and a half. Is this the level that you aspire to be on? Like Copa del Rey जीत के जिस तरीके से celebrations किए गए, I mean, I get that this is a team that has honestly gone through a lot, like Messi का drama जो हुआ था where he wanted to leave, he still wants to leave. All the shit that essentially happened, Bartomeu, all the shit. This is a club that has been going through a lot of pain. 8-2 Bayern, lot of pain. I get that, उस चक्कर में to celebrate a little bit more. 5 matches बचे थे guys, and they just blew it all away. They lost against Celta Vigo. काफ़ी बुरी तरीके से हारे, मतलब बहुत ही easy. And when this was a time when the going got really tough, as you'd expect at the business end of the season. Atletico Madrid is suddenly getting back into the groove, and they look like worthy champions, right? I mean, if Madrid do go on to do them, that's a different story. But Atletico Madrid deserve this. Suarez deserve this. And look at Barcelona over here, guys. Like 5 match बचे थे, सेल्टा वीगो के अगेंस्ट हार गए, और क्लियरली जो दरारें हैं दीवार में, they immediately started appearing. We're talking about mental fragility, we're talking about lack of leadership, we're talking about the aging players, we're talking about a manager not being able to perhaps have elite game management skills in these games, perhaps something to salvage these games. Yeah, you shouldn't be losing to teams like Celta Vigo, especially when you have the title in line, guys. It's just absurd. And maybe all the BS that has gone on, with the club, maybe all that played in the players' head, guys. The uncertainty revolving around the clubs, but still, they're professionals. You expect them to do the job. They didn't. So moving on to certain managers that are being looked at. Xavi is somebody who's being considered, and coincidentally, guys, Xavi Hernandez was reported. He came back last week back home, if I can say, in Barcelona, and he apparently, like, this is something that the media reported, he apparently came with 22 suitcases, like legit 22 suitcases, and he hasn't come back to the hometown in a long time. Like काफी time हो गया, 2 साल कोविड की वजह से वो आया नहीं था घर पे. Coincidence? I think not, but Xavi still has a contract with Al Sadd. And he also happens to be the brand ambassador for the Qatari group for the World Cup 2022 that's coming. So it will be a difficult situation, but if Barcelona wanted to be done, it will happen. Perhaps I feel like an easier solution for them would be to just simply promote their youth B coach. I forgot his name, honestly, but it's easier, right? But दिक्कत यही है, the man does not have experience to manage a club like Barcelona. I mean, youth B, and now some people would say Pep नहीं किया, but Pep था, and like उसके भी time पे काफ़ी सारी uncertainties थी. But anyway, moving on, So Jordi Cruyff is somebody who's being really quoted. Like he actually rejected several advances made by the previous regime, the Bartomeu regime, and his frame of mind, if I could define it, was that he was trying to prepare himself for the humongous project Barcelona that is, and I respect that. I really respect that, because he's worked at several places and he's accumulated all that experiences, and now he'd feel that this would be the next natural step. But he's also tied in a very stable position with Shenzhen FC in China, in the Chinese Super League, the second joint second in the league right now, and it's a club which have given him certain financial backings to build a successful side. So again, if Barcelona wanted to be done, it will happen, but it will take certain compromises, certain strings happening. And also something which could be a problem perhaps with Xavi is that he wanted in excess of 20-man team to come along with it, with him. We're talking about different verticals ke executives. We're talking about somebody specifically to look at the youth structure, because this is something that Barcelona and of course Xavi is very big on. He came out in several interviews where he spoke about how youth is the way to go forward for Barcelona. And as you'd expect, even the way Chelsea has been going around with youth, you'd expect that Barcelona has great youth potential, and Xavi certainly feels that. But I'm led to believe that it's not really something the board agrees to, and it's just simply not something the board will agree to, getting 20 plus members of his team. And what happens is, guys, it's very important समझने के लिए कि the board loses control when something like when like इतने सारे लोग आते हैं. The board loses control over operations, so they wouldn't want that. And another key point which I'd like to make is that Fonte, who came second in the elections to Laporta for the Barcelona elections, is actually a very close contact, if I could say, with Xavi. They held several meetings in which they went to great extents of discussing kahan pe kya lagega and certain activities which would start from day one. But obviously Fonte didn't really win the elections, and there is a feeling, and sources do say, that agar Fonte jeetta, so already Xavi would have been here. So what they're essentially trying to say is that Laporta ka board and his directors are uncertain about Xavi's position, whether they'd like him or not, and they're clearly evaluating the options available. Now, certain proven managers which I feel they could have taken, but obviously nahi le paaye, were Julian Nagelsmann and obviously Thomas Tuchel. They've both joined or are about to join the new clubs. Now certain proven blockbuster names like Maximiliani Allegri, perhaps Joachim Löw, current German national team manager, are being considered, but they would require financial backing, which Barcelona, as we've just discussed, clearly do not have. So, and jitna meko lagta hai, Max Allegri is Real Madrid bound. He's been quoted by Madrid for a while. Papa Perez काफी पसंद भी करते हैं Allegri को. So maybe that's a match made in heaven, match waiting to happen rather. Now we're going to be looking at the final act of this segment. क्या scene है Barcelona का, क्या scene है, and that's future, Barcelona का future, and of course Messi. So Leo Messi is soon going to be, I think he's 34 already, I don't know, maybe. So he's, regardless, like, this is a player who earns 100 million, pre-tax. So wahan pe bhi there is, I understand that there is scope over there reduce karne ke liye, and there is a feeling at the board side that they'd give him a package in which it'll be significantly reduced, but then usko jo retirement ke baad they'll give him certain, मतलब काफी टाइम तक उसके पैसे देते रहेंगे retirement के बाद. So that is something that they want to do. Maybe हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता है. But look at Messi, right? I mean, as of right now, how can Messi even say yes to a new contract जबकि उसको पता ही नहीं है कि मतलब नया प्रोजेक्ट क्या होगा. मतलब there is absolutely no idea of new teammates, there is no idea of the new coach. Why would Messi say yes to it? Like, and this is Copa America is a big tournament coming from him. He himself in his own right would feel that maybe now to win this internationally would be it, right? We all know Messi internationally, it's not been great for him. He's that's led to him leaving early to Argentina to prepare for Copa America. Like I said, technical permissions were taken to not take part in the last match against Eibar, which is dead rubber anyway. So Messi, guys, it's honestly a difficult situation for Barcelona right now. पैसे भी बहुत देने हैं, and even from the financial point of view, like I said, they'd really like for 100 million in wages to be reduced significantly, and if not through Messi, through perhaps other people. And when I say other people, I'm talking about players, Deadwood players like Neto, players like Umtiti, Junior Firpo, Miralem Pjanic, guys. I mean, Arthur. Honestly, like, what was that? Like, क्या stupid transfer था, and it was a stingy move written all over it. Bartomeu orchestrated it fully, and उसको काफी सारे पैसे उसने दबा के कमाए. हम सबको पता है इस ये बात. But yeah, look at that, bro. Like, the fact that, and all these players are going to be put up to sale. Even Martin Braithwaite. So all these players are going to be put up to sale, guys. They're looking to, but again, who are the takers? कोई नहीं है यार. I mean, who's going to buy these players? And even if they are bought by clubs, it's going to be at a very, very lesser price जितना इनने पैसे दिए. And I haven't even come to the funny trio, like the clowns of the club, Ousmane Dembele, Coutinho, and of course Antoine Griezmann. Look, I'm being a bit hard when I say this, of course, when I say clowns, but yeah, कितने पैसे दिए थे यार, मेरे ख्याल से 360 मिलियन इन 3 लोगों के लिए. एंड like really, मतलब really, have they even warranted half of that fee? Not at all, not at all. Coutinho went to Bayern and he won the Champions League. You know, उधर जाके he won the Champions, जिसके लिए वो बार्सिलोना में आया था. Banter man, fucking banter. Usman Dembele can't take a shot. दुनिया भर की स्किल है, 5-star स्किल है, shooting zero, nada, nothing. And of course Antoine Griezmann, I can't dribble for shit, मैं ये नहीं कर सकता मैं. So ये सब players को निकालना है guys. All these players have to be removed outright if Barcelona want to go anywhere. And then of course we're talking about certain veterans of the game at Barcelona, which is an even trickier position. We're talking about PK, we're talking about Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, we're talking about Sergi Roberto. यार ये सब लोग, they've gotten to a point where जितनी उनको wage मिलती है, it's not really equating to their current contributions to the team. So that's a problem that needs to be taken into account ASAP, मतलब immediately. And वो सब नहीं हो रहा है guys. So clearly like Laporta is trying to he's trying to get the benefit of doubt, and I understand that, because it's better, it's in my opinion it's better to wait out and get the full picture before making these strict decisions, instead of doing all the scrambling that they've done all over the जिसकी वजह से पूरा mismanagement हुआ है, जिसकी वजह से panic buys इनने दुनिया भर के किए. So yes, and so on a positive note for the future, for the squad, Alfie Haaland, Erling Haaland's father, and Mino Raiola were spotted. They were escorted by Laporta's crew, by Laporta's entourage. They were taken to the club. Of course, they were shown around, very routine guys. So, we know that Mino Raiola he even went to Madrid for that matter. And Mino Raiola is somebody known to sell his players big. And of course, Erling Haaland is it's his baby, man. This is his money child. And इस पे ये दुनिया भर के पैसे कमाने वाला है. So why not, So अगर बार्सिलोना किसी तो तरीके से कैसे तो गोलमाल करके कहीं से ना कहीं पैसे निकाल के अर्लिंग हालैंड को ले आती है, I mean that's needed. I mean they've just signed Sergio Aguero. A verbal agreement has been reached with Sergio Aguero. He's going to be earning significantly less, but that doesn't really मतलब कुछ होता नहीं ना उससे. They've replaced an aging Suarez after a year, of course. They're giving it to the rival, stupid decisions, with an aging Sergio Aguero. So not a lot happening there. So which is why I say that अगर Erling Haaland को ये लोग निकाल लेते हैं, it'll be a massive coup, and especially to increase positivity, to increase the fans and their support towards the club, because honestly the fans are down and out right now with what's happening. And agar galti se Pep just calls Messi, I'm sure they're on the phone call, and galti se wo ho jata hai, galti se City are able to scoop out Messi, and they can, you best believe it, they can. They want a striker right now, but if they get Messi is everything. Like Pep said, he's number 8, he's number 6, he's number 9, he's number 10, he's everything. So if they get Messi, it's over. Not just for Barcelona की तो लगने ही वाले जब Messi जाएगा. It'll be a fucked up day for them. A great day for rival fans like me, but it'll be a bad day for FC Barcelona. So that was the series Kya Scene Hai on FC Barcelona, guys. I want you guys to hit it into the comments, all you Barcelona cules out there. Did I miss out on anything, any specific point, any specific detail, and what do you guys think? Like, is Barcelona really in this big of a mess? And if they are, what can happen? In my opinion, a lot can happen, and the first thing should be getting rid of the Deadwood ASAP.